Hello friends, I am Artyom. Today I want to make an excursion and tell you something about Soviet architecture in Kazan. More exactly, I want to tell you about the first path of USSR existing. And for this we will visit today Moscow district of Kazan. I selected this district because of here is a lot of different types of architecture of USSR and not only USSR. So let's try it. First of all, we should know, but why in the first path of USSR was constructing a lot of new buildings in big cities. And the reason of this was industrialization in 20th and 30th year of USSR. And another interesting reason was a part of this industrialization in general. People was needed a lot of people for constructing new weapons, new armors, tanks for preparing to following Second World War. Obviously, this plant, which located in Moscow district, didn't produce special stuff for participating in war, tanks, weapons, and another directly. But here was located another specific one manufacturer, which was named like Tasma. Tasma, translated from Tatar language like tape. And if we spell out this abbreviation into Russian, it will be like Татарские светочувствительные материалы, which translated into English like Tatar photosensitive materials. The main stuff produced in Tasma was just a sign film, and after the global civilization and also after the USSR collapsing, Tasma gone down, and now it's slowly but surely dying. Actually, every Soviet plants are going down right now. Nowadays, on the territory of Tasma located another new manufacturers, and in general, these manufacturers are continuing the deal of Tasma. They're producing another special stuff made from polyethylene, in general made from the oil chemistry manufacture, maybe it's some packages, and also they're located a lot of storages. Frequently, the first houses in big cities for first workers was just the usual barracks like this. They was made of timber, partially of bricks, and because it was fastly made, it didn't have a big quality for living. And while time is going, they are destroyed, and local departments demolished it away. And what's left after these houses? One of the first houses was also this house made of bricks, but it's already looking like a usual Hrushevka, but it's still not a Hrushevka because of almost every Hrushevka made of panels fully. But such houses was it's looking like made from the bricks, but frequently it was made with timber ceilings. So friends, sometimes I'm hearing the shout going from the flats of this house, and generally here is very specific one contingent, and let's go away from this place to the main street.
Дом построен в 1958 году, вот, фотожелатиновым заводом, но это не важно.
То есть это был дом построен для работников?
Для работников, да. Здесь уже жил, этот дом делился для работников фотожелатинового завода и совнархоза. Вот здесь, вот в этом подъезде, в первом жил совнархоз. Квартиры. Но самое интересное в чем? В том, что вот в том подъезде, в последнем подъезде, жил герой Советского Союза Григорьев. Это единственный танковый таран во время Великой Отечественной войны. Вот сейчас дом очень интересный, дом ИТР.
Кинопленка, да?
Да. Вот тот дом. Но он называется дом ИТР. Я не знаю, до сих пор называется или нет, дом ИТР. Кинопленка. И кинопленка химзавод имени Куйбышева. Вот. Это, значит, те дома имели высоту потолков 3,15. Этот дом уже немножко поменьше. Он 3,05. Но дело в том, что это был 58 год, и уже тогда предпринимались какие-то поползновения о том, чтобы уже начиналось вот это вот коллективное огромное строительство этих вот
подобных домов.
Не подобных, а наоборот вот эти как
хрущевок.
Хрущевок. Угу. И там уже должен был потолок быть 2,65.
Ну, в общем, оптимизация пошла. Да. Хрущевский указ.
А вот сейчас, вот тогда, почему здесь вот дом строился для для химзавода, для фотожелатинового завода, вот, и отняли у него почти полдома, отняли вот этот совнархоз, там и еще кое-какие вот.
Фотожелатиновый завод это был как часть Тасмы, да?
Нет.
Или это и есть Тасма, вы имеете в виду?
Нет. Он не часть Тасмы. И не есть Тасма. Угу. Он компонент общего выпуска продукта кинопленки.
Ага.
Он желатиновый фотожелатиновый завод был компонентом для производства кинопленки. Угу. Вот в чем дело. Это были два разных завода.
Два разных предприятия.
Да. И вот когда уже узнал совнархоз о том, что будут потолки строиться 2,65, вот эти все хрущевки, и тут же вот первый подъезд забрал.
So that was very gentle granddad. So you may see here is living very different persons because of very diversified buildings and also very diversified social level of people. And he told me what nearly with his house is another one interesting house named like Kinaplanka, translated from Russian like sign film. And this house was built in 39 years, and it was one of the first houses built for the best workers of local plants. And it was very typical for USSR cities when the most good-looking building located on the red line of street and poor houses located inside the quarter. So I think it's looking more accurate and it's something useful for the general design of city. So I think you have already understand that all types of buildings was named after the governor, which was in the period of which was constructed these houses. And now I want to show the next house from Kinaplanka, just a usual Stalinka, built in 56 year. And it was frequently when the first or the ground floor was made not for making their flats for living of people, but frequently it was made just for making their shopping centers. So this granddad also gave me a very curious information what in one of the earliest houses was living Vasily Iosifovich, the son of Iosif Vissarionovich Stalin. So let's try it. Let's touch the history of it. And he said that he was living in the first entrance. Извините, а не подскажете, а здесь действительно жил сын Сталина?
Он в первом подъезде жил.
Первый, то есть в последнем.
Вернее, в том, да. Вот как раз в том подъезде жил Вася Сталин.
So I was a little bit mixed up because of on this entrance is like a special sign, which is a first entrance. I think it was a refreshed numerizing of this entrance, and they all said me that he was living in such entrance. Now it's the fourth entrance. Look at this. Скажите, пожалуйста, здесь реально жил сын Сталина?
Говорят,
Реально?
что жил. Вон на 4-м этаже.
Его же выслали
Балкон.
именно сюда, в Казань, здесь.
Его сюда сослали.
Да, сослали.
Чем он занимался тут?
Ну, мы не знаем,
Чем
бабушки рассказывают. Пил,
Пил?
говорят. Жил. Вот на 4-м этаже балкон, вот он новый сейчас, застеклили его, однокомнатная квартира. Вот здесь вот он, говорят, жил.
So it was a mistake again. I think that in this house only 4 entrances, but in this house 5 entrances. And son of Stalin was living in this. So let's touch to history. So very gentle granny said me what in early houses was living a lot of flyers, and now with time local playgrounds and local yards looking very fascinating. It's feeling the vibe of aviation, and I think in such quarters, in such yards growing real flyers.
Вот когда парк у нас ремонтировали лет 5 тому назад, у нас парк, вот садик это сделали. И вот там доска пролетчиков-испытателей с 22-го завода. Вот там прочитайте.
22-й завод это
Авиационный.
Авиационный завод.
Авиационный, да. Авиационный завод. Он эвакуирован из Москвы сюда.
Это который в авиастроительном районе уже
Да,
находится.
да, это я уже знаю, потому что у меня там свекр работал. На 22-м они тоже из Москвы эвакуировались. А дом это в 57-м году заселился только дом.
Это нормально было вот для вашего поколения, то, что вот не авиационный завод звали, а вот просто по номерам? Да, просто по номерам.
Да. 16-й там, 22-й, 7-й. Вот так вот мы вот как-то у нас...
Шифровались?
Вот не знаю, как все, весь город шифровался, так и мы шифровались.
Now I came to a private sector, and it's not common when a private sector located around the big houses like Brezhnevkas, Khrushchevkas and etc. But this private sector was constructed at the 40s, at the time of Second World War, and actually I think it's not a time when governors may allow to build big houses, to make something special design, but here was constructed some special houses for main engineers, for heads of manufacturers, and it showed from governors to those people the real measure and the real price of those people. The main street of Moscow district is Cabrister Street. It's named after Cabrister because by this street was moving away Cabrist from the city. And now I want to note your attention on the specific 2 houses. Both of them was constructed in 55 year, and it was planned to construct a spire on both of them at the roofs. But at the same time, approximately at these years, was signed a special edict by Khrushchev to simplify the architecture and design for economy. And plans to construct on the roofs the spire was cancelled. And one interesting feature of these houses was one of them on the ground floor was located a post, and it's located even at our time. And interesting moment about this, what even preserved the Soviet signboards. It's very rarely for us when these signboards are preserved in very good conditions. And both these houses was constructed like maybe like gates from industrial parts of the city to the downtown. And I think it's looking very, very awesome. I point what it was very common on face side of building, looking cute, but opposite side, yard side, looking so simpler actually. Actually, I came a little bit deeper into the quarter and the landscape transformed ridiculously. So just look at this, what's located beside these houses. So it's looking like a dump. And I think apparently it was another one barrack, maybe like this. So it's looking like a barrack made of bricks. And look at the roads. Here is even just no asphalt. Here is just only sandy roads. That's only. So it's looking very ridiculous. That was a Soviet construction. But the real pearl of this yard, not bad roads or a dump after the demolition of barracks. The real pearl is this building. Look at this. So this building constructed not at the Soviet time even. It was constructed at the pre-revolution time when it was a Tsar Nikolai II, approximately at the 7th year of 20th century. And I think it's absolutely insane one phenomena. Just one district have a very different epochs of time construction of buildings. So I think it's absolutely insane. In such Soviet districts, absolutely difficult to find church or maybe mosque because of the national religious in USSR was an atheism. But maybe you think yourself, but can we find out here maybe some Tatar accents in architecture? I say yes, so we can. Maybe this building is Tubiteyka. Tubiteyka, it's a special Tatar head. And now I came to the very, very center of Moscow district. This is the underground station Yeshlek, and here is located Moscow Market. Moscow Market, it's a legendary place in Kazan. And also here might be found one another preserved Soviet signboards. So it's looking pretty. Gradually Stalinkas are ending, and on these places appearing a new type of houses, Hrushchevkas and Brezhnevkas. Hrushchevka, it's absolutely ordinary stuff for life in Russia. I think approximately 15, maybe 20% of Russian living in such type of houses. And in the end of video, I just want you to enjoy the real vibe of yard inside the Hrushchevkas. Let's try.
Становится все шире.